Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another inspirational livery video where we are doing the Ford GT3 car as requested by one of you. So we are doing that right now, and this I think looks great. It looks okay. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. Obviously the blue, the yellow, it's very iconic towards the GT3 livery car. So the blue, the yellow, the whites, the dark blues, the purples, I think it looks great, and obviously a little bit of red there as well. I think this looks very faithful. Again, can't be perfect because we don't have the certain things within the livery editor yet. Hopefully they do come through soon. Or at least do something about it, because there are things they can definitely improve upon. But again, same normal direction. It's a good direction that they're heading in, but it's overall GT3 not too bad. I think this looks pretty nice, to be fair. Where this one is, there's a lot of extra things I've added onto the livery itself, and the base livery, I'll go into it in a minute. But obviously you need the I believe you need VIP podium pass to get the livery. Obviously you can choose any of the livery as long as you use this color pattern. It should work out perfectly for you. But overall, I think this blue looks brilliant. I just love this. The numbers, the whites, the yellows, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? And here we are in the livery editor. First things first, we're going to do the base livery. So Duotone 2 is the livery we are using. Again, I'm pretty sure you need VIP podium pass level 50. That's right, maximum level to get this one. I think you still got just over a month to get that effectively. It's pretty easy to do. If you just do a load of Grand Prix, My Team, or just random online races, as long as you finish the race, you're going to get podium pass points. If you don't have the VIP, then you won't be able to get this. You need the VIP to get this livery. However, you can use it on any other livery, so like these three for example, or if you've unlocked some of these ones here from the My Team. If you've unlocked any livery, you can do it on anything, but this is the color pattern you want to be using. So the color is for the blue 139, 240, 110, and that's in gloss. That will get you the light blue, sky blue kind of look. Next is 0, 120, 240 for the white, again gloss, and then the next one for the blue is 139, 240, 110, but in matte. You want the matte because the matte is what makes the top of the car looks obviously matte, whereas the sides and everything look gloss. I think that looks really nice within the car itself, so make sure you have matte in there as well as one of your options for when you do your livery. I'm just using Duotone 2 because I think it looks brilliant the way it is. Okay. Next we have the numbers. So the driver number I'm using is Stripe, which I believe is one of the free ones you can get. So colors are 139, 240, 110 for the blue. Then it's 0, 120, 240 white, 0, 120, 240 white. And then blue again, 139, 240, 110. And then that's how you get the 28 there. And it blends in very nicely with the matte color that's with it as well. So I think that looks fantastic. And then for the side, we then have the same thing, Stripe again. Same color, 139, 240, 110. 0, 120, 240, 0, 120, 240, 139, 240, 110. That's how you get the white with the blue background. And again, it still pops up pretty nicely, so I'm pretty happy with that one. That's how you get the numbers. Now the decal editor, the one you've all been waiting for. Okay, so first things first, we want this what was it, AII. You see in the bottom right there, you can see it flashing. There's your location, there's your scale, there's your rotation. There's going to be a lot of these on the car because again, minimalistic with the GT3, so I added a few more things to make it bit more different, a bit more diverse, I guess, to add a bit more flavor and a bit more color to it as well. So that's how you get this decal there. Next we have the 0, which is the flashing one there, just underneath DSP optics. I chose this one because obviously it's red and it has got that block above it, and that's what happens with delivery. The GT3 has this almost exactly to a T. It has red with a yellow basically on top of it. So there's your location, there's your scale, there's your rotation. And then right on top of that, you have the DSP optics, which is just above it. There's your location, scale, rotation. That's how you get that on top of there. Make sure you put the 0 on first and then DSP optics. That way it will fit perfectly on top of there and it won't overlap. Then the 0 won't overlap the DSP optics. So make sure you do 0 first and then DSP optics. Next, we have another lot of AII, which is on the left-hand side here by the intake. So there is your location, your scale, rotation. Did say there's going to be a lot of these. You could always do this in black if you want, or if you want to use the blue, you can use the blue here, which actually looks pretty nice. But yeah, I'm using the white here, but you can choose to mix and match that one. Next we have the Zera, which is up here, or Avanza, I don't know, one of those. So what you want is this like arrow pointing to the right, decal variant number 5. There's your location, your scale, rotation. It's just up there underneath the T cam. So that's just up there, which is nice, I think. Next we have Lupo Industries, which is just underneath the halo. There's your location, scale, rotation. Next we have Scaliaro, which is on the red dot over here. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Next we have AII yet again on the fin, as you can see by the number. Well, on the far right hand side of your screen, there's a number there, and this is underneath that number. There's your location, scale, rotation. Again, you can use the black, you can use the blue, you can use any of these. That's absolutely fine. Trying to use the last one because the last one is rather large. Next we have Astra Dynamics, which is just up there on the top. So there is your location, scale, rotation. It fits perfectly along the line there where the actual body is made, so that looks really nice. Next, and then finally we have Octonic, which is just a little stop sign kind of thing down there in the big red dot. So there's the location, scale, rotation, and that's decal variant number 4 of 6. Next we have the side. So first things first, Zener, decal variant number 3. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Then you have DSP optics, which is just in the suspension arms there. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Next we have AII, which is this flashing one here between DSP and Zener. So there's your location, your scale, rotation. Make sure you put this one in here because it just makes more sense when you do the top. As you can see there, already lines up almost perfectly. And then we have Octonic, which is there on the right hand side, just underneath the intake there. You can see it flashing. There's your location, your scale, rotation. As you can tell, there's a lot of yellow on the car, as is real life as well. Next we have the top. So the first thing first, AII, which is this line up here at the top. You can see it flashing. There's your location, scale, and rotation. Next we have 0, which is right at the front, right on the front of the nose there. There's your location, scale, rotation. Then we have DSP optics, which is just underneath the number. There's your location, scale, rotation. Next, Octonic again. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Then we have Zener, or Zene, just above 0, and Octonic. There is your location, scale, and rotation. And then Avanza, which is just above the number, just above the little fin thing there. You can see it flashing. There's your location, scale, and rotation. Okay, next we have the front wing. So first things first, we got the Asiatic Dynamics. This is variant number 5 of 6. Make sure it's 5 of 6. You could do this in the black if you really want, but I quite like this one here because it goes quite nicely. There's your location, scale, rotation. Then we have Finiton, which I think should be the main sponsor for this one, just because obviously F, Ford, only reason why I've done that really. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Same again, mirror this one. You guys should probably know how to do that by now if you've been watching these videos. Mirror that one to both sides, and then that looks great. Next we have Centuri. There's your location, scale, rotation. Again, same thing, mirror that one, and then that should be perfect. You have got an extra slot there if you want to put something on, but because if you put the Asiatic Dynamics, it'll be just a bit off in certain places, so just be careful of that. But if you want to add more, add more. Next we have front wing left. First things first, AII. This is the one on the far right hand side. You can see of the wing there. So there's your location, scale, rotation. Again, feel free to change the colors. You could probably use this one. I think I quite like this one as well. That would work as well, but I'm using the white for this one. Next we have AII. There's your location, scale, rotation. Again, use the blue. Absolutely fine. It will still look good. And then we have the Zener, which is here. So there's your location, scale, rotation. And then that's how you get the yellow, and the same for the other side, obviously mirrored. Then Finiton, literally the only thing on the rear wing. There's your location, scale, rotation. And And that, I just think that looks really nice on the rear there. When you look back every time, you're going to see the F, which is great. Next, we have Finiton underneath. So there's your location, scale, rotation. And then we have Avanzare, or whatever it is. I can't do it. There's your location, scale, rotation. Make sure you mirror this one. That way you get on both sides perfectly accurate. Then we have rear wing left. So here's your Centuri. There's your location, scale, rotation. Scalario, there's your location, scale, rotation. And DSP optics, there's your location, scale, rotation. Then obviously that's mirrored on the other side. And then Halo inside. Now we have JPB, a new sponsor. Here we are. So that's your location, scale, rotation. And then Zenair, you got your location, scale, rotation. Same as always, mirror that one, make sure it's on the other side. Then we have this AII on the right hand side. So there is two here. You have to take my word for it. So this one here is, that's your location, scale, rotation. Now this is going to take a little bit of tweaking around, moving left and right, rotating a little bit here and there, because 1 degree isn't actually a whole degree. You can do it like little bits, like 0.1, 0.2, bloody tap if you press with your controller or your pad or whatever, or your wheel, then it'll move it. So you just need to spend a little bit of time here, make sure you get these matched up, but that's your first one. Then you got your next one, which is just underneath it. There's your location, scale, rotation. Make sure you marry those up as best you can. And then we have DSP optics on the left hand side, right in the middle. So there's your location, scale, location, scale, rotation. And obviously that's mirrored on the other side, and it still looks pretty nice. Then we have the Halo top. So, but first we have JPB at the top there, just above Finiton, or Finishing, I guess. There's your location, scale, rotation. Then we have Finishing. There's your location, scale, rotation. Then we have Centuri. There's your location, scale, rotation. Make sure you make sure you mirror this one so that way it lines up perfectly on both sides. And then you still got two sponsors there if you want to add more or take away or anything you want. You got 2 more sponsor slots there, so that's nice. Then we have mirror finally, which is Zenair or Zanzer. There's your location, scale, and rotation, and then that is mirrored straight to the other side, and that is how you create the GT3 livery. Again, you can change all those AIIs, the white stuff there, you can change them for the blue. So if I was to quickly do that, so if you were to make them all blue, it would still work, it would still look okay. If anything, it would look better because it was going to add a bit more flair, a bit more colour to it. So that one's already done. AII up here. So just doing this quickly so you guys can see what it would look like if you wanted to do it like that. Any more? Yep, we'll do these as well. Cool. So then if you wanted them all blue, then you'd have it like this. Obviously it looks a bit, in my opinion, it looks a bit too much in my opinion, but you can do it like this. If not, you can keep it as the white, or you can change it all to the black. It does break up the car quite a lot though, having it in the blue, so make of that what you will and choose which one you want. I'll be running it with the white, but I think it looks pretty nice either way. I think AII and the Ford GT complement each other quite well as the yellow from the Zenzer, Tonic and DSP optics. I think they look brilliant. All in all, I think this livery looks fantastic. I think it's a great inspirational video there, very inspirational livery as well for the GT3. So thank you for recommending that one. That I think looks brilliant. I think it's very faithful. But yeah, feel free to use this one, change it, adapt it, whatever. And as always, I'm going to say they're in the right direction, but they need to add shapes and the ability to change colours of the actual sponsors. Once they do that, I am fantastic. And if they're worried about actually having the shapes so that people can make things, and obviously some people out there are very bad and very sick, and they'll do bad things, and obviously for an online game it wouldn't look great. But I think that looks, but they could always change the sponsors and just change the colour of them. That way, if you can change the colour for them, you can actually make so many more different things, and they don't have to worry about people making bad things, because it's just using the sponsors. So all in all, I think this looks fantastic. Just add a few things here and there with the livery editor, Codemasters, EA, please. But yeah, I think this looks great. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.